So this is an exercise from internal kung fu, which is kind of similar to Tai Chi exercise. It's called Dragon Teacups. It goes by a few different names, but Dragon Teacups is the main one. It's designed to do quite a few things. One is to get a lot more body awareness for three-dimensional movement through the torso. It's to stretch all the arm lines, all the fascial arm lines. There's 4 arm lines on the arm. They connect into the neck and into the body. It's to get your torso really moving in a three-dimensional way. It's to help you sink weight through to your legs, so you're not just moving from your back, but you're sinking and grounding through your legs. It removes adverse or increased neural tension through all the arm lines as well. So there's 3 main nerves in the arm that can build up more tension. They can cause pains, especially the pains that sort of move around the arm. It can help with that. And it's also really good for rib and neck issues and conditions to do with dual drag, where someone seems to have a hip that's maybe malaligned because of a tightness in the vertebra somewhere, in muscles around the vertebra. So it can actually help unwind problems throughout the whole body. So very, very effective. So how you start, I'll teach this in a couple of different levels. Start with your feet shoulder width. If your feet are too narrow, there's not enough base of support for you. So feet about shoulder width. Ideally your feet straight ahead. If that's uncomfortable though, a little bit turned out is okay, just not too much. Then we're bending knees and bending hips. So it's like you're sitting on an imaginary stool. So this is really important, this part. So I'm sitting here, so my spine is vertical. I'm not doing this, definitely not doing this, but there's an invisible stool behind me here. So quite often, and I want you to feel your weight even in the front of your feet and the back of your feet. So put some weight into the ball of your feet. Feel the weight more in the balls of the feet. Put it more in the heel, so there's less weight in the ball of the foot. And find where the middle spot would be. So we want the weighting to go there. And you're really sitting in the hip here. So I'm not sitting in the hip, I can bend my knees and still be sort of straight through here. I want this part here to sit like you're sitting on a stool. It's actually called to sit properly here. So I feel my weight in my legs, I feel it in my feet. I'm springy in my knees, I'm springy in my hip. So I bounce here. I'm not just stiff in my hip, but bouncing only in the knees. The whole part takes a spring, so this is important. From here, I'm just rounding my belly button. I connect my hand. There's a sense of connection with my hand to my belly button. So as I reach forward, so I've got a ball in my hand. So the ball is to help get the right arm position and force your body to move in a certain way. So I'm reaching out first, then I'm reaching around. I'm gonna go over here a little bit so you can see. Reaching around. And I've still got this sense of connection. It can be just imagination. Sense of reaching from here, reaching around wherever's comfortable, coming around. So I don't want the ball to fall, so I have to turn my hand upwards, palm upwards, scoop around, and bring the ball back through to the start. So reach forward again, to the side. Palms facing the roof, so the whole time, your palm faces the roof. Reaching from here, I feel a stretch through all here now. I feel stretch through here now. Stretching through my back, big spiral in the arm. And here it's like you can imagine like there's a big ball here. So I'm not just doing this as I go through, the sense of letting a big ball go through that space, through just here. Now reach forward again. So keeping my knees bent, hips bent, feeling my weight in my heels and the whole foot really. And we're not going too fast. I was maybe a little bit too fast just then. Nice and slow, so you feel your body's doing. So I reach forward, then there's a sense of sideward motion as if I was pushing someone to the side with my arm, connecting to my heel. So I push with this heel, helps power go to this hand. Sideward motion, all the way around, stretching, bending into the knees, into the hips, and back to the front. So from the side, this looks like this. So reach forward, coming around to the side, around to the back. Here, I can just stay straight, and it's just my arm moving here. I can have a little bit of a lean back. It's not meant to be excessive lean back here. It can make your back a bit sore if you do. So I've just got this sense of sitting in my hips, connecting to the ground, going over to the side, scooping around back to here. The palm faces the roof all the way. Just feeling a gentle stretch. We're not trying to force anything here. About 70% effort, really important, 70%. And from behind, reaching forward, around the back. So the weight shifts across. I'm shifting weight in my feet a little bit. The weight shifts more into this leg, shifts into this leg, and back into this leg. So the weight is moving just a little bit side to side, letting it move. And I'll do the other side too so you can copy. So I'll just change hands, reaching, so I'm sitting in my hips, reaching forward, connecting to my belly button. Coming around, knees and hips still bent. And this can be done without the ball. So I just got the, I can imagine the ball, palm facing the roof. I'm trying to let the ball fall out of my hand. And just let your breathing recover. Be aware of breathing into your belly. 10 reps each arm is good, 20 is even better. When I do this, I do about 20, sometimes 50 repetitions, and it really settles my neck, settles arm tension, helps me recover from a big day of training. Very, very useful exercise.